This is a welterweight contest. Fighting out of the blue corner, Bailey Gillett.
As we were just saying, Bailey Gillett was shorter on the scales, but definitely the stockier of the two fighters. We'll see if that plays effect.
And he's looking pumped up. Holy cow, he is ready to go. The boys out of Maitland MMA look like they've just been having the best time. All of them, they all look like this is what they would love to do.
Yeah, the second fighter from Maitland MMA on tonight's show, Bailey Gillett, making his debut.
Looking absolutely pumped up there. Gives hugs to his team. He's got a big smile on his face too.
Yeah, with how comfortable he is looking, you would not think that he was making his debut here tonight. Making his way to the cage with no time spared was Bailey Gillett. We asked Bailey before the fight his favourite styles and weapons. He said he's a heavy pressure fighter, so look for him potentially to get in top position, be heavy, be that wet blanket that jiu-jitsu and wrestlers can be. Or it might go the way of his prediction with an overhand left knockout in round number 2, who knows.
Yeah, he says not only the heavy pressure, but talks about outworking his opponent. And he's really taken his moment there inside the cage. Really taking it all in and just enjoying it. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, the team from Maitland MMA in Newcastle, New South Wales definitely come to scrap, and I'm sure this one will be exactly that, a scrap.
Yeah, all the Maitland MMA boys always look like they're having fun. And we love that here on Endouro Fight Series. We love seeing people have their moment, enjoying being here and basically enjoying doing the sport of MMA. It is a beautiful and wonderful sport. And it's awesome to see people on their journeys enjoy their moment here. And it's awesome to be able to put on a platform to provide that space for them to do that, to have their moment and showcase their skills and their talent. He's rocking out to his walkout song too.
Yeah, has not stopped moving in the cage, Bailey Gillett, bouncing around, embracing the crowd.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Fighting out of the red corner, Chris Baker.
Coming out of the red corner, we have Chris Baker. He's coming out of Canberra MMA from right here in the nation's capital, and he's got the mullet going. Now, Chris Baker is known for his wrestling. We talked about this as a junior. He did actually represent Australia in wrestling. So, you know, no doubt that's what we would all be thinking that he's going to utilise in the same way we thought Bailey would be going to utilise his jiu-jitsu. But both boys have told us that they're going to look for that knockout. We see him make his way to the cage here. We were talking about the battle of the two different body types. We talked about Bailey being shorter and a bit stockier, and we have Chris quite a bit taller. We'll sort of see if maybe he utilises that additional length and maybe reach. Interesting though, because generally if you're a wrestler you want to close that distance, so it'll be very interesting here. Now when we asked him what his style or weapons are, it makes sense. He said heavy wrestling and a blast double, but he told us he wants to knock him out, so who knows? It is MMA, anything can happen. I'm excited to see they are staring and smiling at each other. I don't know if you guys can see it, but both boys have locked eyes. and they're just absolutely
Ladies and gentlemen, this
glaring
fight is
through
3 rounds
styles.
in the welterweight division. It is brought to you by Holding Up Scaffolding. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his debut. He stands 180 centimeters tall, weighing in at 75.9 kilograms. Fighting out of Maitland MMA in New South Wales, Bailey Bales Gillett! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a record of no wins and 1 loss. He stands 185 centimeters tall, weighing in at 76.8 kilograms, fighting out of Canberra MMA, right here in the ACT, Chris Baker! When the action begins, your referee is Storm Osher.
Crowd getting behind this one.
Yeah, the hometown support for Chris Baker showing up loud for him. Bailey Bales Gillett bringing the home crowd all the way from Maitland MMA in Newcastle as well.
And they both come straight out, and just like that, we see Bailey look for the kick and Chris Baker look for the takedown. He gets it, but he's going to walk him right back over to his own corner and suplex. What the hell is happening? What a wild start to this battle. Oh my goodness. Chris just holding on there to that sort of body lock. We're seeing Bailey just really making sure that he's not getting in any sort of dangerous position there. He's working his way back up to his feet. And then another sort of takedown, a very interesting, very back and forth, very strange. Is he in to mount there? No, we're in half guard, applying lots of pressure. And Bailey just getting back to that guard position. You can sort of see Chris utilising that wrestling and that pressure, but Bailey just managing to use his jiu-jitsu to get back into sort of better positions. You saw him get straight back up on that first takedown.
Yeah, absolutely. Suplexed heavy was Bailey by Chris Baker, but he was able to turn to that kick, fight the grips, and he's now able to start working to his knees as he pokes the tongue out, and another massive suplex.
Oh my goodness,
the crowd going wild.
It's going absolutely wild. And so are the boys in the corner of Chris Baker. Bailey looking cool, calm and collected. He's using his jiu-jitsu to get out of a lot of these positions here. It's interesting. I don't think we've seen either of them really throw any punches yet. But the crowd are absolutely going wild over these transitions. Bailey almost back up to his feet once again. Man, this is an interesting one to watch.
Absolutely. Bailey doing a great job of fighting the grips of Chris Baker, trying to use defense to regain his footing,
and we're seeing,
which he does.
We're seeing Bailey getting back up to his feet. We're also seeing Chris having brought Bailey over near his own corner. Oh, and Bailey is swinging for the fences, and just like that, Chris Baker straight back on that takedown. Bailey was attempting that guillotine choke there.
Yeah, Chris Baker getting off to the correct side to mitigate the pressure on that guillotine. Bailey's going to have to let it go, which he does, as Chris Baker looks to slide through the mount, landing some heavy shots.
He's like in an S mount there, and then landing some ground and pound. Bailey still using his jiu-jitsu to get out of these positions.
He might end up on top here. The arms locked up. Chris Baker now establishes a side control and a hammer fist.
And Bailey very aware of where he is, trying to utilise the cage to sort of help him. And he's throwing some strikes from the bottom there, even in these awkward positions. Oh, and a wardrobe malfunction there, guys. Bailey in no rush to pull those pants back up.
Yeah, he's having an absolute blast in there. Gets suplexed 2, maybe 3 times.
And
perfect. Not phased
at all. What a cracker.
Going to what he knows. Finding those grips.
Bailey
getting
back
to his feet.
Bailey walked back to his corner, guys, sat down for 2 seconds, looked across the cage, saw Chris Baker was sitting down, so he immediately stood up instead, staring right at Bailey there.
Yeah, what a first round it was. What a first round it was. Bailey was able to land a few strikes at the end of round number 1. We'll see if Chris Baker felt those and wants to go back to the wrestling in round number 2. How gorgeous were those suplexes?
The tongue is out again. Once again for Bailey as they are staring at each other. And we enter for round number 2. Oh, and a big right hand by Chris Baker.
Yeah, big right hand landed from Chris Baker. They engage in the clinch. And a beautiful trip from Chris Baker. He ends up inside control. Once again, we'll see if Bailey can utilise that jiu-jitsu to either get to his feet or look to establish a guard and maybe a sub. He does get to that hip. Now utilising that butterfly hook with his right leg. Looking to go under once again. He has secured that leg. He's going for a knee bar, it looks, but eating some heavy, heavy strikes for his troubles. We'll see if he goes back to that technique again. He did find the position, but wasn't able to secure the submission. Oh, and an armbar now.
Oh! This fight is crazy, and straight into a triangle. The chain of submissions here. Bailey has got that arm sort of across, making it difficult to finish the triangle. He is stacking up, posturing up, trying to land some punches there as well. This fight is absolutely insane.
His triangle is getting tighter. He's going to get the mounted triangle. He's thumbing up for the referee. He's still in this fight.
Bailey gives the thumbs up. Chris Baker also looking to apply pressure to that arm as well. This fight is insane. And we get Bailey lifting up Chris Baker, giving him a couple of punches on the way, and Chris Baker putting pressure on that arm. Oh, and he gets the tap. What an insane, insane fight from these two gentlemen. Bailey, Bales, Gillett, and Chris Baker. The boys from Maitland MMA and the boys from Canberra MMA never disappoint. They are always entertaining. What a scrap, what a fight.
What a fight. Hold your head up high, Bailey. You fought out of those positions well, but that triangle armbar back and forth switching from Chris did get the job done and got the tap. I'm not sure if it was the pressure on the arm or if it was the blood choke applied from the triangle. We may have to talk to Bailey after the show finishes and figure out what technique did get the submission victory.
What an entertaining fight. You can't tell me you weren't entertained by that. A lot of people don't like the groundwork when it comes to MMA, but I can tell you right now, that was an entertaining fight. We saw multiple suplexes just in the first round. We saw Chris Baker walk Bailey over and dump him in his own corner, and then submission attempts as well. We saw Bailey fight out of some crazy stuff there too.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Storm Washer has called a stop to this contest. 1 minute, 42 seconds into the second round. Declaring your winner by submission from the red corner, Chris Baker. This fight was brought to you by Holding Up Scaffolding.
Chris Baker, congratulations, stuck to your game plan well, utilising that wrestling, and it was the jiu-jitsu that got the job done. The triangle slash armbar finish for for Chris Baker. I'm sure we'll see Bailey Bales Gillett back in this Enduro cage when he is ready and able to go again. Put on a good performance in the first round, was able to escape many positions, but it was the overwhelming pressure of Chris Baker that got the job done.
Chris, a pretty dominant start. How happy were you with that first round?
Yeah, happy with that. Fucking good fun getting in here, just moving around. He hit me like a truck, that was awesome.
He certainly seemed like he was really up for the contest as soon as he got in the cage. How good is it taking on a bloke like that?
Oh man, I wouldn't want anything else. That's what I want.
There's so many people here cheering you on. as a hometown boy, how does that feel?
Oh man, love everyone from the gym, everyone in Canberra. Thank you very much, everyone. I really appreciate everyone for the support.
I'm sure there are many people you'd like to thank, those guys standing over there.
I'd like to thank, English is fucked. I'd like to thank Ryan Gillett, my beautiful girlfriend Lara, and everyone at Canberra MMA. Thank you very much. I'll be back soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Chris Baker.